This is a refusal of psychology and history. Cage was not concerned with order and personal expression. He was concerned with chance and open experience. Everything in his music is open and processual.
I think that remains to be understood. I think it's appreciated, but it's not understood by people yet. And when he remarked that people did not yet know his music, that I believe that it has very deep roots in that proposition, the composition as process. And it certainly pervades his work in different ways through the years.
Composition as process meant attending to sounds as they emerged, not ordering them through rigorous form. Cage stood as the most radical exponent of an American tradition that began with Charles Ives, a tradition favoring sound and process over structure. His first step was to develop the prepared piano that had been invented by Henry Cowell. By inserting various objects, metal bolts, plastic spoons, and so on, into the strings, he transformed the piano into a palette of specific, yet quite contingent sounds. Timbre mutates alongside the piece. In works for prepared piano of the 1940s, and in the concerto for prepared piano and chamber orchestra, Cage took the first steps towards indeterminacy. The prepared piano had liberated timbre from the conventions and legitimations of musical tradition. Cage then set about freeing the other parameters of music, pitch, intensity, and duration, from rigorous control. So was born the method by which John Cage effected his musical revolution: composition by chance procedures.
I got involved in that in the middle and late 40s, and it took the place of psychoanalysis, because I was in not only in a troubled state personally, but I was concerned about why one would write music at this time in this society. And then it became clear that the function of art is not to communicate one's personal ideas or feelings, but rather to imitate nature in her manner of operation.
Composition by chance has nothing to do with randomness. What Cage did was to pose musical questions about the relationship of the four elements of music: pitch, duration, timbre, and dynamics. The answers were obtained by chance combinations, read off carefully set up charts of possibilities. In the early years, by tossing coins, later by computer. Cage stressed the discipline involved. Chance was not a way of giving up choices. In avoidance of any kind of logical control of sound, through disciplined submission to chance, lay the way to liberation from personal taste and memory. This is the spirit of Zen Buddhism. In 1946, Cage became a pupil of the Zen master Daisetsu Suzuki. Cage's abandonment of control acquired deeper meaning through Zen. Meditation on emptiness led him to give new weight to what he called the one new idea in music since Beethoven, the idea that sound and silence are co-equal. From the late 40s onwards, Cage's music is structured in units of time, not by any rhythmic patterns or harmonic systems. Music is made of sound and silence. Composing is connecting the two, in succession, not progression. Listening is opening one's ears and hearing a sound suddenly before thinking has a chance to turn it into something logical, abstract, or symbolical. John Cage reposed for the 20th century the question of how the act of composition stands to the material of music. His work provided answers which have shaped the musical imagination of our time.